Welcome to the Sips and Smut podcast, where taboo is the topic and the tea is hot. I'm Maddie.
I'm Jordan.
Today we are talking about Prophecies and Pomegranates by T.C. Kraven, whom we love. We read her Christmas book that we had nothing but raving things to say about, and this is another one. Um, it's a retelling of Persephone and Hades, their story, so Greek mythology.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly didn't know very much about this going in. So when I started it and I was like, oh, this is actual Greek mythology, like Persephone, Hades, the characters, they're gods. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this.
Same. I
And
was I was concerned.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Awesome.
Because for me, I never was super into Greek mythology in school when we studied it, just because I felt like it was kind of boring.
You had Greek mythology in school?
I did. I went to
Look at
private
that.
school.
I would have been well in that subject. I was all about that growing
It
up.
was good. I mean, it was okay. It just was like the stuff that they had us read was like boring. And
Oh,
there wasn't any like action. There wasn't a whole lot of spice. It was like this happened. There was not a whole lot of details. It was just boring.
I
So
was like,
that's where I was coming
wow.
into it. And I was like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about this. And then very quickly I was like, nope, we're good with this.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
TC does a really good job of building characters in a world. Now, granted, these are well known, talked about characters.
Yes.
Retelling. We all know
It's a
about.
retelling. I found it pleasantly unique.
Yes. There's the ones you know, Demeter, Zeus, Hera,
Yeah.
Hades, Persephone,
Artemis or
Hermes, all
yeah.
Dionysus, which I'm pretty sure I said his name wrong, but Ares, Aphrodite, all of them, Hephaestus, all of them are in here. They're all in here.
The gang's all here.
They're all vastly different than what normally they're portrayed as,
Yes.
and I
Yes,
loved
they
it.
are. I loved that. So, I mean, it starts out with um Persephone and Demeter, she's trying to get her to work on her magic and she's has her in a field kind of like pulling up tulips and stuff and it's not going very well. Um and Persephone's like, man, I think she takes it really hard. Like she's got she puts a whole lot of weight on other people's expectations and when she feels like she
People
can't hit
pleaser.
them, she punishes herself.
She's
She's
definitely
very much a people pleaser or like a god pleaser. And very is very upset when it doesn't go the way that she thinks it should go.
hmm
And then Demeter, I hated from the very beginning. I hated her, hated her, hated her.
I will say this was probably the first retelling where I really wanted to throw
Really,
punch.
really hated her. Yeah,
I
I
was like,
agree. She
what?
really made a great villain.
What? Oh,
She's just like reminds me of I don't know, like an Upper East Side mom who has kids so that she has something to brag about, but doesn't want to like put the work in. She's
hmm
just like, go be perfect. And then when you're perfect, come back so that I can brag to all of my friends about how perfect you are.
I just had a thought. I just had a thought. It reminds me of, did you ever see the movie The Help?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I don't remember the lady's name, but the blonde lady that was friends with uh
You
what
talking
is
about Jessica Chastain?
yeah, she's Jessica Chain's character was friends with the blonde lady that had the two kids and then the nanny that was super sweet.
Yeah.
Took care of her kids. It makes me think of like that
Or
type of
maybe not.
persona where she's having kids, but she doesn't really take care of them and she doesn't make the effort to know
Yes.
anything about them. There's
That's
that
okay. That's her mom
mixed with
too.
Bridgerton. Marriage season.
Yes.
We're all about like,
With Marriage Mart, yes.
marriage
And
market.
and the advantageous marriage doesn't matter as long as it's advantageous to her.
Yes, exactly.
She's
100%
like, I
that.
actually don't care what you want, my child.
Yeah, I don't and
I
she
gave
doesn't
you
even
life, now you do what I tell you to.
I don't even think she sees her as a person. I think she just sees her as like an
She's like a
object.
pawn. Yeah,
Odd. It
she's
was
just a
such a
pawn
weird
in her mom's like
yeah.
power grab.
Which was odd. I never pegged Demeter as something like that because which was don't get me wrong, that's what I liked about this story because it was
I
just
liked it. I liked how having a really good villain that I could want to hate.
an unexpected villain. That was the other
Yeah,
thing
because
too.
normally you would think like I'm gonna hate Zeus.
Oh, you still hate Zeus. I
You
still didn't
still
like
hate Zeus, but like I felt like Demeter, I had so much more hatred for her
him.
because
Mhm.
Zeus was just kind of like, I just felt like he was like meh Zeus. Like he was
True.
just what I expected him to be.
Yeah. That's true.
And I hated her so much more.
Yeah, I didn't like how she was twisting words
Everybody's
and
words.
twisting
Yeah.
and coming
So,
up with
well,
lines to manipulate
to
people.
manipulate them. So like let's go back. So after that she's walking through the woods and Persephone's walking through the woods and she notices that some of the flowers are wilting, they're starting to die and she's like what the hell's going on? So she follows the trail and finds Hades
Mhm.
in the river naked
Taking a little bath.
petting his one-eyed snake. Um and she's just like, "Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Hello." And
Wait,
he
wait,
senses it.
before we continue on the one night stay trajectory that we're taking here, we should talk about why he's up there. So he's been feeling out of sorts,
Yes.
sort of. Like
He's been off.
he's normal, he's always in the underworld, he's doing his job, whatever. He hates Olympus and Zeus, which is fair. They're usually asshole, so that's
Yeah,
kinda it's fair. So
I get
he
it.
doesn't mingle or leave much. So
No,
he's
he
just
doesn't.
like, I'm gonna go get
Deuces.
out.
I gotta get
I'm gonna
out. Like,
read.
itchy. And then he finds a pomegranate
Mhm. Oh, yeah, 'cause it
down there, and they were like, "Ooh, what's this? This is weird." And he's like, "Well, it's really good."
yeah. I think it was actually, if I remember correctly, I think it was actually Persephone that accidentally grew it.
She like accidentally grew, but it was when she like something went wrong and she created something bad and didn't know what it was, and so then they had Helios come in, and that was how he was introduced, and he just
Yeah, he
burns it all
destroyed it.
away before Demeter can see it. But then
Artemis
it goes
was
down. Yeah,
yeah,
Artemis is there. That's her like BFF.
yeah.
And she's with her and she doesn't like Demeter. She's like, "No, you got this. Stop questioning yourself. Like there's nothing wrong with you." But then she
Nothing
goes
wrong.
that she's like, Helios, if you could like singe
Destroy
that,
that piece, like
that'd be
you
great." But in the underworld, something grows and it's pomegranate, and Hades finds it, and he's like, "Well, this is weird, but I'm gonna eat it because that seems normal."
I mean,
Just don't
he's
know
the
what this
ruler,
is.
he's
I'm gonna
gonna
put
get
it in
it.
my
I
mouth
mean, it's not
like a
like it's gonna
toddler.
kill him. So,
Right. That's true. That is
mm,
true. But Greek mythology, it's a pretty bold move to trust a random fruit that just grows in front of your face. That was a bold
so
move.
here's an interesting take. I just realized this. So when Helios killed that plant, which was apparently pomegranates, it went to the underworld because it
Yeah.
died.
Yep.
Huh. Never thought of, like, plants ended up over there too. That's
Yeah.
interesting. So, wait. So, I wonder if this I don't think it's gonna come into play later. I don't remember it coming into play later, but it's a cool take, and I would like more
It's just a
about this.
cool thing. Yeah. It's
Like,
just a.
so
It's
is this
just kind of
plant
like a cool
alive?
thing.
Isn't it a sentient being? Is that why it showed up there? I have questions, but
I don't know.
that's just a current thought that just happened.
You're like, it just hit me. Whoa.
It just hit
Um,
me. Small ADHD moment.
That's all right. We have those. We embrace those.
Mhm.
Um, but anyway, so yeah, he's like, this is weird. I just, I gotta get out of here. I don't know where this came from. Things are weird. I feel weird. I'm just gonna go upstairs. And
Yeah.
so he does. And then he
It's a snake.
decides, well, while I'm up here, should play with myself because
No, let's just have
nothing better to do.
a little alone time.
Yeah, just pet myself. This is fine.
Yeah.
And so she comes along
Just
and
walks
and
up
then
into this moment.
she like gets up all in his personal space and is like, "You're killing my plants." And he's like, "I didn't mean to, it just happens." And he appreciated that like she wasn't scared of him. She like came
Uh-huh.
over to tell him off, and he's so used to everybody being like absolutely terrified. He was like, "Oh, this is
She
weird.
didn't
Okay, you're
know. She
hot."
didn't know who he was,
She
though.
didn't realize who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and he was like, "How do you not know who I am?" But he was like, "But I'm
Demeter
also like,
never
I'm not gonna
back up
tell
for that.
you." Yeah, Demeter. But then he finally tells her who he is, and she's like, "Oh." But then
Ew.
quickly she's like, "You're not like anything everybody's told me, so I think everybody else is wrong."
Uh-huh.
It was like a very quick, like, I feel
Yep.
stranger danger, but like, no, I don't. You're cool.
Yeah. But the
You can
fact
come
that
home
she
with me
recognized, like, "Oh, it's a bunch of horseshit," what they've been saying.
very quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "She's a
And
smart cookie,
honestly,
just
it
mentally damaged
was.
because of her mother, that's fine."
Aren't we all?
Ugh.
But so so they start sneaking out every day
Mhm.
to meet each other by the lake. And it's adorable. Like,
It
I
really
just
is.
love their story. All they want to do is just hang out. They're not doing anything wrong. They literally just sit there and talk to each other. And then finally, she's like, "No, I think I like this guy a lot."
She's
And
developing feelings.
yeah, I really love that part of the story about like building their relationship, which is a unique, kind of a unique take on it, because everything I've read was like, oh, she didn't really want to go to Underworld. Hades saw her, kidnapped her, was like, "You're mine now."
Yeah, and then she
And then
like,
she's like
Stockholm
slowly
syndrome,
kind of is like, "I
slowly.
guess I'm okay with this." But
Yeah.
it was really cool to see them develop like a very passionate, caring relationship. And there's no spice in this part, which I
Mm-mm.
think was a very interesting conscious choice, because it made you love their relationship even more, because it wasn't about spice for them, which is so often in Greek mythology. Like, you're so used to Zeus just like doing literally anything, quite literally, like, doesn't have to have legs. It just
Yeah,
like
no,
like
that's
it
fair.
doesn't even have to. It could be a tree. Doesn't matter.
I'm pretty sure you did that
So
to a tree.
he did do it to it. I can't remember who came out of the tree after that, but like it was weird.
Yeah.
But you're kind of used to that
Mhm.
expectation in Greek mythology, and it was really cool to see this like very different loving relationship. It wasn't about sex, it was about their minds pretty much, and like their personalities. Um and they she creates this like talisman for Hades so that he can come up and stay with her and not kill her plants,
Mhm.
which is really cute. Um because he feels bad he's killing the plants. He's like, it's I'm not trying to do it. It just kind of happens. And I like the way that was described, because she was like, it was almost like a combining of their magic so that he could come up there
Mhm.
and not kill
That's true.
anything. And it kind of made me like, when she went down to with Hades, it kind of went the other way too, where then it was like his magic protected her.
It's
So
true.
it was a really interesting thing. But go ahead.
So I will say, while this is going on and they're learning about each other and all this, Helios, the reason why he appeared that day and happened to help out Persephone in that moment, with the scary plants that she
Pomegranate.
grew on the
Scary
planet. Yeah.
pomegranate.
Those pomegranates that were scary and dark and they didn't look right, so they just
Oh
threw little
God, we've
emblems.
never seen this fruit before. Burn it.
Yeah, I like how the reaction was like, "Ah, kill it, kill it." But anyway, so he goes sees Demeter, and Demeter just spews this nonsense of like, "She
Oh.
really likes you. She's always like she
Persephone likes you. She's always liked you.
come on with
You
this
should
crap."
marry her.
Oh, I wish Helios just questioned it a little bit more. Like, I'm like,
Right?
"I'm
Because
not
he
really
even says, he's like,
like."
well, I didn't get that vibe, but I guess if you're telling me, then it's cool.
Yeah. By the way, for those
Dude.
who don't know, because Helios is actually not talked about a lot in many retellings,
Yeah.
Helios is actually a Titan. He's not a
He's a
god. He's
Titan.
not a
He is
Greek
not a
god.
god.
He's a Titan. He is the Titan of Sun. So he brings out the sun. So he's very much a part of like that whole dynamic of like he brings out the sun for Demeter so Demeter can have the plants and all
Yeah.
that. And then
There's an advantageous
um, they're
marriage
all
there.
connected. So she wants to have a stronger, powerful thing by having her daughter marry Helios.
Well, she's like,
Helios.
imagine the kids you'll have.
Yeah,
That'll
like that was
benefit
he
me.
was like, he doesn't really want to get married. That was never something he wanted, but he's
No,
not
because
as
he's busy having a relationship with Narcissus.
no, no, no. This is later. That's not right from the get go.
That's true. It's shortly after.
Yeah, so he's been he talks about he's very, very experimental. He wherever,
He's open to whatever.
multiples, whatever, he's all about it. So
As the Greeks
thought
were.
he never thought marriage. And it
No.
doesn't seem like he can really get out of it because of how's Greek mythology and Zeus and all them how they're Zeus is very much my way or the highway situation. So he goes along with it, but he really genuinely thinks that Persephone likes him
Likes
slash
him.
probably loves him.
I will say it did kind of tick me off when he was like, I didn't get that vibe. Like
But
you
he
kind of
still knows.
accepted that pretty quick.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then
like you never thought maybe I should ask Persephone.
yeah, and, like, their interactions, it was just full of misinterpretation and miscommunication. This is
Hmm.
probably the one time where even though I don't like the miscommunication trope a whole lot,
It
this
did. It worked out well.
this worked out well because neither of them realized what was because Persephone had no idea. Demeter never told her.
No,
Never
and
told her
then they were betrothed, and she still
for a
didn't tell her.
while. And she still didn't, like, for a while. So every interaction Persephone had with Helios, she was just being kind and just like, "There he's my
Yeah,
friend," and they were
and
working
Helios
on
was
that
like, "Oh, I guess you do like me."
yeah, and so he's thinking, "Oh, you actually do really like me." Like, they had interacted before, but it wasn't as often,
It wasn't
and
like
so
that.
he started
Yeah.
to come around to try to, like, talk to her and stuff, but it was still very much like a friendship level, not like her and Hades where they were actually talking and learning about each other.
No.
It was
Yeah.
still like, they're working, work
Yeah.
friends.
We're
It was
friends.
almost like a work wife, work husband vibe, but not really.
Yes.
That's kind of like the
Like
vibe
they
I was
run in the same social circles like you're talking about. He was a sun,
yeah.
Demeter, spring. Like
Yeah, they
they're in
didn't
the
actually
same
have
sphere,
deep
but like
conversations.
yeah,
So,
they
that's where I
know
was
who they are and they can talk to each other, but like it goes way over his head. He's just like,
he's
"Okay."
misinterpreting everything, and
Yeah.
she doesn't know because she has no idea that she's betrothed.
Yes. And
It
then
wasn't so
he
much
lets it slip. And she was
so
thinking about Hades and it took her a minute. And then he said, I can't even remember what he said, but she was like, wait a minute, I missed something here. Can we rewind? What were you saying?
yeah, and it wasn't even yeah, it was that, but, I just had a thought, like, wasn't so much yes, it was miscommunication, but it was just misinformation, like,
Yeah.
the
Like, well,
lack
Demeter just
of
was like full of lies and would just tell anybody anything to have them do
yeah,
what she wanted, which really pissed me
he
off.
like both Helios and Persephone were both lacking information that Demeter purposely
Yes.
omitted and created this weird
This like whole
confusion
thing.
of their relationship, and it was one of the most
I really
manipulative
just,
things I've seen written
she was
in a while.
incredibly manipulative.
It
And
was
as much as like I hate her, the writing was great. Like to
fantastic
hate
writing,
somebody that much. Yeah.
and
Um,
to have that written that well and you can visualize, see it 'cause you've seen it in shows. You've seen, like, the manipulation in
yeah.
shows and you see how it plays out, but to actually have it written and then to see it play out in that way, that's really
Really
difficult to
good. It was really
do,
good.
and
It was
it
just
was
really
really
good. But then, so Helios accidentally lets it slip. Persephone's like, hold on a second. I'm sorry. You made it sound like we were
What?
engaged. What? And he was like, yeah, our wedding is like in 3 days. And she was like, I'm
What?
sorry.
What?
What?
Like yeah,
So
like,
then
there was a
she
lot
like
of that,
storms off to go confront Mommy Dearest, and Mommy Dearest is like, yeah, no, you are engaged. And the thing that I loved the writing on and really just solidified my hatred for Demeter was when Persephone was like, I'm not doing it, and then her mask slips and she's like, you will do this or you will really not like what happens.
but Persephone recognized that. That's what
She
I
did.
really
Yeah,
liked.
the
She
manipulation.
saw it,
She was like, okay,
and
screw
she was
this.
like
I'm gonna go do my
she was
own
like,
thing.
"I've gotta figure something out because this isn't gonna work,"
Yeah.
and that's something I appreciate. I hate it when they're like, "Oh," they don't see the bad. They're just like, "It's my mom." I'm like, "No, no, no, no. No, no, no. You're
No.
adults enough. You've lived hundreds of
Your mom
years."
is a see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, like,
Sorry.
you just like, literally been betrothed for months apparently, and you're
Nobody thought to tell
do not be the
you,
pushover. Do not be the pushover. So
right?
happy she was the pushover.
No. So she runs away because they're supposed to go to Zeus. Was it like that day
That
to
day or
go
that or
get
the
his
next
like,
day,
or
something
like the
like that.
next day to get his like formal blessing? And she was like, yeah, no, thank you. So she
Yeah.
runs to the lake, waits for Hades. And then when he shows up, she was like, yo, do you want to bond?
Well, not yet. Like, she's like, "I need" like, she tells him what happens because they obviously it's becoming
Yes.
apparent that they like each other. They started kissing,
Yes.
they have things relating to things. Hayes is like, "Hell to the no," and
Yeah,
They
because
ended up
he's like
going.
he is worried about her and what that would do. Like, I don't know how to keep you safe, and
And
it's a
it
very
it
like
was
selfless thing. And then he does get selfish, and I love that because she pushes him on it, and he's like, "Yeah, I mean, if you're pretty adamant about it, I'm good with this. So
yeah.
as long as you know, I'm
We
giving
should
you an
explain
out."
'cause I kind
Yeah,
of a very rough draft of what happened. So he thinking he doesn't wanna take her from the light,
the
the earth,
sun, the
all that.
light,
He doesn't wanna
like
take her
keep her
from that.
stuck down in the underworld.
Yeah, he
But
loves
if
her,
my girl wants to go,
but he doesn't understand, like, they're not really sure, like, full on about each other. They're obvious it seems like they like each
yeah,
other, but is it love?
but
Is it
like
more? For
I think he
Hades, it's
also
like
is like, I
love.
don't know what's gonna happen if you come down here.
Yeah. Well, there's that too. But the other part is, he's like, "Well, if Zeus already approved this, if this is already set in stone, you're gonna have to, like," and she gets upset because she's like, I thought we liked each other, like, and so she
Yeah.
just, like, tells him, and then he like, "Oh, oh, light bulbs are coming
Okay.
on," and then they're
Well,
both
like if
like,
you do
"We
like
love each
me,
other, we do like each other, the feelings are mutual, yay!
yeah.
We need to fucking get out of here, like, we need to
Yeah.
run." So
So
that's
then they peace out,
yeah.
and they go down to the underworld, which is great, and
Mhm,
they piss everybody off in doing
mhm,
so. There's again more a little more miscommunication because Helios shows up to save Persephone, and Zeus was gonna kill him. And
mhm.
she was like, "No, no, don't do it." And Helios was like, "Oh, she doesn't want to go to the underworld." And Persephone's like, "Please don't kill Helios." And they didn't
Yeah,
understand that. So then everybody now thinks she's been kidnapped by Hades,
yep,
when in fact, this was her idea.
mhm. Yeah,
So
and
then they go to
then
the underworld to get married,
yeah, essentially.
essentially.
I feel like I know this is the first book in the series, but I want the backstory on Hera and Demeter because Hera
Dude, for real, the tea.
the tea, I was like, "Girl, there's some tea here. What
Whoo!
happens? Who
So,
who did what?
whoo,
Is
whoo,
it because
whoo.
Demeter had Persephone with Zeus, or is
Yes.
it something else?" I feel
Or is
like
it
it's
because I think there's a bit going on there. So Hera shows up to marry them,
mhm.
and
Who
Persephone
goddess of
is
marriage,
like,
by the way.
yeah,
Shout out
goddess of
goddess of
marriage.
marriage.
Persephone is like, "Ooh, I don't like to be anywhere near you because bad things happen to Zeus's kids that are not your kids.
Mhm.
So I feel very uncomfortable here." And she finally asks her like,
Why did you help us?
Why are you helping me?" And she was like, "Oh, because I hate your mom." And
Oh,
Persephone was like, "Okay,
fair.
all right, that's fair. I can see
Yeah,
that."
yeah, makes sense. Doesn't question it.
Like,
But
I'm not really fond of her myself right now.
no,
Um,
no, and but I love that Hera genuinely doesn't want to cause Persephone harm. Genuinely is just
yeah,
for he recognizes that Persephone is innocent in it, whatever happened,
whatever
and
happened, yeah, it
it's
doesn't have anything to
strictly
do with
her
her.
and Demeter.
And
And
she's more of a victim of her own mother too. I think she
yeah,
realizes
he
that.
needs to recognize that. So I'm like, good job, Hera. This is probably the first
I
time where I
know.
actually liked Hera
Like
in
Hera,
this story. I usually
I
don't
was
like
like,
her in
well,
any of
she's
them.
usually she's usually just like a vindictive butt. Where for
Yeah,
like people that it's like not their fault. It's not some people's fault that Zeus can't like keep it in his
keep it
pants.
together. I'm like, "You shouldn't have married the man. You shouldn't have done that. You knew how he was."
You married a
Also,
playboy.
he's your brother. There's so much
Yeah,
there. There's
there's
so
a
many
lot
things.
to unpack there.
Yeah, you.
It's weird.
Here's the other thing. So, I grew up watching Hercules with Kevin Sorbo, and Hera did all the bad things in that show.
Yeah.
So, I'm already, like, with Hera a lot of the time, so reading her in other stories where she's just an evil, crazy person, it's not too much of a reach for me to be like,
No.
"You're awful, hate you, ew." This one,
Yeah,
I was
no,
like,
I liked her in this one.
"Hmm."
I was like, okay.
And I discovered she has her own book, and the plot twist, the love interest for her is Hercules. Never read anything like that, haven't read it yet,
Isn't
want
that his
to.
mom?
No. So Hera is real hates Hercules in most settings because he is the daughter or not the daughter, he is the son of some either a nymph or a human that Zeus had a tryst
Oh.
with. So he's like half god, and so
Oh yeah.
he's had, like, the 12 labors, he's been fight and Hera was usually
That's
the
right.
instigator for a lot of that mess, usually
Yeah.
because she hates that we've cheated on her again for, like, the 800th time. And
Like,
then
dude. At what point are you gonna smack him?
Like, what do you like, you can't be punishing the ladies. Most of the time, it's not that
Most
they
of the
don't
time,
even know
it
it's
wasn't
Zeus.
consensual.
Yeah, most of the time they don't even know Zeus, like the one in that Perseus. Perseus is
Mm.
the son of Zeus.
Hmm.
His mother had no idea she was laying with Zeus because Zeus impersonated her husband.
Yep.
Like,
That's not her
what?
fault.
No, and that's why I'm like, "Why are we blaming the women? I don't understand. It shouldn't be
Yeah.
Zeus."
I thought I
But
was a that was a nice thing about this one because we really hated
yeah,
Demeter. We liked Hera,
mhm,
and I really liked Hades. Hades is a shadow daddy.
for sure. Every
Legit
piece of that
shadow
shadow daddy.
daddy.
TC is really good about writing shadow daddies.
Yes.
100% really good.
Yep.
And this
One
this
million
it
percent.
all the point of
And
that.
he is a he's a good shadow daddy.
Mhm. The spice be spicing when it does
The
get there.
spice
It's
be
a slow
real
burn.
spicing.
It's
It is a
it's
slow
a slow
burn,
burn,
but
but it's good.
it's a good slow. It's like a good thing that it's a slow burn because then so you should go back to the storyline. So she's down there. They're gonna get married, and her friends show up to rescue her.
Artemis and
I can't
I
remember the
forget
other
the
one's
name
name.
of the goddess, Hecate,
I
Hecate. She's like of
don't
witches
remember.
and something magic, something like that.
Something
She's
like
a
that.
goddess.
But they show up, and so that one knows Hades pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Artemis knows Persephone, and Artemis is like, Zeus shows up and he's like, no, no, it's cool. She's willing. She wants to be here. And Artemis is like, girl, I like, dude, I need to hear that from my girl. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you can tell me all you want, but until I hear it from her,
Yep.
which I love,
Yeah.
get yourself a
I don't think it
friendly
was
back.
Zeus that told Artemis. I'm pretty sure it was Hermes because they hadn't
Oh,
actually
maybe.
met with Zeus yet about like
Well, I
this.
mean, when they came down and Zeus shows up and because they had stormed the underworld and they were screaming for Persephone, like, where are you, girl? And Hades was like, guys, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I don't remember Zeus being there because I know Zeus didn't get involved
Not
until
Zeus,
much.
I meant Hades. Did I
Yeah.
say Zeus?
Okay.
I meant
That's why I
Hades.
was like, wait, what? Zeus doesn't get involved unless it's like last
No,
minute.
he doesn't.
So,
I meant Hades.
yeah. So
Anyway,
they're like,
so
okay.
then
They
Persephone shows up and she was like, dude, I asked him.
yeah.
And then they were like, oh,
Well, Artemis was just shocked.
well,
She was like,
okay.
wow. And
She's like, you sure about that?
saw the difference in Persephone though, and how she acted and how she
Yeah.
was.
She was like
Like,
much
"Oh, this is good
happier.
for you.
She was like, okay,
I
fine.
like all of this. This is good for you, girl." It took a
Yeah.
bit because
It
Artemis
took a
is
bit.
very much hates men type thing and enjoys women. So it's well, I mean that not like she's gay or anything like that. It's just that she's usually rooting more for the women than she does the men. That's what I mean. Not
As we
any
do.
sexual. Yeah. Because
But
she is like goddess of birth
she's like,
and
she's gonna protect the ladies.
yeah, she's very much about that.
But so then once Persephone's like, no, no, this is what I want. She's like,
Mhm.
okay. So they stand in as witnesses and they have their marriage, their bonding ceremony,
Which
which was
is permanent. They cannot
permanent. Yeah,
undo
you cannot undo it.
that. They're
So like
both
your
gods.
wagon is
That.
hitched to the others.
Yes. It's a
And I
commitment.
loved it.
Yes. I loved
It was
every
so
second of
sweet.
it. It was well done. The reveals were super sweet. I was like,
They were
oh,
so sweet. And I don't want to go like too much more because you will immediately have to start in the next book. I'll just tell you that now. Like you're gonna want to go to the next book.
there's a lot that happens not just from that. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
stop there. There's stuff that
No,
happens that
there's
leads to
so
confrontation
much.
with Zeus,
Yes.
stuff that get exposes by Demeter. Finally,
Yes. Finally.
humans,
God.
him and his back and like he's like, I'm gonna have my one night of freedom. And that's when he meets Narcissus and falls in love with Narcissus. And Narcissus actually falls in love with him. And Narcissus becomes a key point in the plot later. Like you're yeah. I'm trying not to give too
Just
much
keep it. I know. So I was like, it kind of. That's the point where it's like it all kind of starts coming together.
because they're happy, they're having a good time, and then Demeter loses her shit.
Good.
I will say this just because I think it's important because it does come it's not gonna be we all know Demeter's crazy. We've covered
Yes.
that. The extent of what Demeter does to the human populace to prove a point is not okay. I
No.
was
That really
furious.
made me so angry. I already hated her. I
Yeah,
guess we
the
could kind of go into that. So she gets pissed off that
but
Persephone chose Hades.
Hades and
So she
does it
takes it out on Hades by
obliterating the human realm.
obliterating humans and overtaxing the river Styx, and like they can't keep up with the death.
Yeah, so basically, they're
And
actually
she could
having
tear
to
apart
help
the whole world by doing that because she's upsetting the balance of like everything.
everything. So people are dying way ahead of their time. Families, children, women, all of like animals.
It Yes,
All of them are
famine.
coming down to the underworld. Charon, Cerberus, like Hades, and like his little
They
helpers,
can't
they're all
handle all of
overwhelmed.
it.
Man, they're actually getting help from gods that are technically
Yeah,
taking a side because they're like, "This is ridiculous. What are you doing?" Over a marriage thing. It's not
yeah.
like it wasn't even a slight against you.
It's like this
Persephone
wasn't
was the
even
one getting married.
about you.
Yeah. And so
But
Dionysus,
it ruined her power play.
yeah, Dionysus, I'm sure I'm saying his name wrong. Um, Hermes, Hephaestus, Aphrodite, and I wanna say Ares even was helping, but
I
he
think
couldn't
Aries.
he wasn't as involved because he was afraid
Yeah,
because Zeus is, like, on him, so
yeah.
but he did help when
He's
he
like
could.
Zeus's
But, like,
bitch. So
for 4 to there's probably a couple other gods that I can't Artemis,
yeah,
Hecate, like, they were helping because they were, like, taking how like, "Alright, we're taking this
they could
batch."
see how bad this could turn out
And
if
Persephone came into
yeah.
her own during this crisis
Yes.
and was taking children to Elysian fields, trying to alleviate some of all that craziness. And it really shown her growth as a character and how she became confident in herself and her powers and all that. And then they were sorting this out, but it was becoming quite a lot. It became a problem.
It
Like it
was
was
a real problem, and they were really worried that it was gonna take down the underworld, and if the underworld went down, everything was
well,
gonna go down with it.
people gonna lose their powers
Yeah,
because there's not anybody
because
to
she's
work.
being a manipulative butt.
Well, there not anybody worship rephrase. There's not going to be anyone there to worship them so they can maintain their powers because they're gonna be
Yeah.
all dead because
Yep.
Demeter's losing is not
She's
seeing.
lost it. We're
Yeah,
gonna kill everybody that believes in us.
what is and you're not gonna have powers either. What are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
that's the level that is a true narcissistic, uh, controlling what is another
Person.
word? I'm trying to
God.
remember narcissistic
Manipulative.
personality, I guess, is really what it is, but that
Yeah.
kind of
She's an
kind of
absolute narcissist.
just only
She's like,
wants
I
what's
don't
best for
care.
them. Doesn't like, just not seeing the big picture, it just completely loses it. Ah, oh god. Helios actually real quick, I just remembered, Helios actually didn't wanna marry Persephone, and he basically got told
No.
by Zeus to do so
Yeah.
because he threatened Narcissus because he learned about Narcissus in a roundabout
Yes.
way. So, OMG.
Yep. It's so good though.
It's so good how it all interconnects and intertwines. So we'll just stop
Yeah.
there because after that, some
It
really cool stuff happens, like, go
yeah.
Persephone. Some really shitty
Yes.
stuff happens, oh my god, and
Yeah.
it continues, and you're at the cliffhanger. I'm so happy that the book was out because I was like,
I
"What?"
know. I know. I
I
know.
was like, "You know,
I
no, this
know.
is not happening." This is
I have to
probably the
I
first time I've ever read something with this retelling that ended that way to the
and you're
point where I
like,
was fucking kidding me? And you're like, if I had the book, I would have thrown it. I would have been like, no. So not because it's like bad storytelling, it's so good. That's when you know it's
it's
a really,
so
really good story.
good. You get really invested in it. The writing is so good. And TC does like such a great job of that anyway. It was the same with the other
Yeah.
book. You're just grabbed from the very beginning
Uh-huh.
and you're not going anywhere.
No, no.
Mm-mm.
It ah
It's great. It just
I told you I was like, you're gonna want to read the next book.
oh my God, you were not kidding. I
Yeah,
already downloaded it. I'm gonna start it later tonight.
I have it. I have it downloaded and I think it's one you have to buy. It's not on Kindle
I
Unlimited.
had to buy this one.
I have it on my Kindle.
It's okay. I can pay for it.
So I bought it, and so I am also waiting to read it, because one, we were trying to go through our list, but
Yeah, we
also
had to get a couple other ones for the podcast, but
I
yeah.
did sneak peek a few first chapters, and I'm already like,
You're like, I can't. I need time. I'm gonna need a
I'm gonna
chunk
need
of
time. I
time.
feel like I'm gonna be this is one that's gonna have some tears. I feel like there's gonna be some sobbing,
Ooh,
like there's gonna be some
I could
sadness.
see that. Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that.
but also, she has more books based on the other characters, like Hephaestus.
Yeah,
There's a whole dynamic there with Hephaestus, Aphrodite, and Hades. that you learn about during the book that I'm like, "I want more of that," and there is more of that, so there's that, and then Hera, she has her own story with Hercules, like I said. I feel like there was a couple of other ones that I don't remember their names,
There's,
but there's different
let me see if I
books.
can find them.
So
They're
if
really
you
good.
pull 'em if you, finish the duology, this is a duology just based on Persephone and Hades, finish these 2 books, the Prophecies and Pomegranates, I don't remember what the second one's called.
Yes. It's her Dark Fates novels. So they're
Yeah,
all in there. Let
that's
me
what
go
but
let me
they're
go
all about
down.
they have some main gods, but they have different lesser gods that are not well talked about that I think is great.
Yes.
That's a great thing to explore because there's just really not that many stories about them. I think they did a
It
great
is it
job.
is really nice and it is a good um it's just a really good retelling. There was a lot of surprises like you and I talked about, people that
Mhm,
we went in assuming we would like, we didn't. People we assumed we'd hate, we liked.
mhm.
Um so it's just a great it really is just a great book.
It really is.
Yeah.
What would you rate this?
Honestly, I think this is a 5 for me. It's just I
I
love
agree.
her
I was like, this is
I
the first
yeah.
where it's like back-to-back fives like this, where it's
Yeah.
good writing, good storytelling, just phenomenal, like, like that,
Yeah.
like, oh, you.
It's just surprising in really good ways. Yes.
Yeah.
And honestly,
And you're
I
like,
really when you have such strong reactions that you're
mhm.
reading a good book.
Oh, yeah, yeah, and this is definitely up there because at the end, I was so crushed.
Oh,
I was
I
like,
was
"No, you
so
gotta be streaming, this is how it is." So, like, the
yeah.
cliffhanger is real in this book, so immediately download the get the other one, or
Yeah,
just go ahead and get both of them.
know that
Yeah.
you're gonna need to start. Like, you may need a little bit of time after just to process, but, like, the next day, you're gonna be like, "Alright,
Alright, I
just
already downloaded the book, I'm just
rip
gonna
my
take some
heart
time
out. Why
to
don't you?"
wow, because it's
It's
so,
so good.
so good. I again, another author, why aren't they more well known? So freaking good. I don't
Mhm.
understand. Top
I
tier.
agree.
I
I
read the book and
agree.
not this, so I'm sure there's an audiobook out there,
There
but
is.
do that if you can't read it, if you don't
There
have
is
time
an
to read it.
audiobook. Let me see who narrates it real quick.
I'm pretty sure it's the Peaches guy. No offense, fella, I just names are hard. There's so many different narrators, I'm trying to
Names
keep
are
up.
hard. Words are hard. Oh, it's Shane East.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah, Shane East, Victoria Aston, John Hartley, and James Joseph. It's a
All
good
of those are good.
cast.
Tim Hartley and James Joseph. Oh my James
Yeah,
Joseph
that's a
has a
good
Quinn.
cast
He's on
too.
Quinn.
Yeah.
Girl, girl.
Okay. Okay.
He's also in Make Game series. He's a recurring off narrator in that.
Oh yeah,
So that
that's a
one,
good one.
mhm.
Hmm.
But
But
yes,
this is easily a 5.
yeah, easily a 5. Um, and look, we do talk about books that aren't always at 5s or not even always 4s, but the storytelling it affected us.
I
So
would
just
rather bring books that we feel are good to read to the podcast than things that were like, it was meh.
yeah.
Like,
We're not gonna share meh books, but we'll share stuff
no, we
that's
want
like,
to share the stuff
"This
that's really good,
changed
like
how
the
I
things that are
yeah, it changed"
underrated or like maybe you haven't heard of.
yeah. It changed me, or it changed like, "Oh, I never thought of it that way." Like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We will share those kinds of books. Those are the kinds of books we like to talk about, to share, like, and authors. Like, "This is a good
Yes.
book. Know this author. Buy her books." She's also another one that's gonna be at Kink and Ink, and she has a special book just for the event.
Oh.
And it looks like it's a cowboy thing. I don't know the deets on it
Mm.
necessarily. I did see it there, and I wanna get it.
Why would you tell me that? No, I need it.
Well, I mean, I could get it for you, I'm going, so,
Yeah, you could.
yeah, I can get it for you. Anyways, that's a discussion off here, but,
Yeah.
yeah, so she's making her rounds out there in the world, and I really, really am excited to see more of her books, and she's having a lot drop this year. She just had a book come out
Yeah.
today, actually, February 1st, Forbidden
Oh
Fangs.
yeah, it is,
Yeah.
isn't it? It is February
Yeah, so
1st.
that came out today.
There's a lot of stuff coming out in like February, March this year, I feel like.
Yeah, there really is, which I
Yeah.
appreciate because let me
I
tell you,
like.
October through December are so hard to try
It's
to,
just
like,
such a busy time of year to like get a book and sit down and read it. Like
and read
you
it,
just
unless
go,
it's
go,
like a
go, go,
short
go.
novella, like it's like
Yeah.
a shorter book, less than 300 pages. it makes it really hard to read the thicker books, because, yeah, there is so much going on during that half of the year, so it
Yeah.
makes it really hard, but,
It is
yeah,
nice.
it's be prepared for us to have a lot more episodes coming out just because there is a lot of
There's
books
just a
coming
lot
out
of
here,
books coming out.
and we're finding new authors as we're going, but, yeah, I would give this a 5. The
It's a
book
5.
1, we haven't read book 2, so book 1 is definitely a
Book
5.
1, 5.
Book 1
It's a
out of
5.
the Dark Fate or the Persephone and Hades duology series with TC Kraven. The first book is Pomegranates and, or no, it's
Prophecies and
Prophecies,
Pomegranates.
sorry. Prophecies and
How
Pomegranates.
dare you?
Obviously, I need my energy drink. I need
It's
another one or
okay.
something. Good lord,
I
my
know.
brain with words.
Words are hard. It's okay.
Words are
But
so
yeah,
hard, especially
so
when you're
read it.
reading all and then you're trying to
Do it
talk
for
about
real.
said words, and it's like,
I read good. I don't talk good.
don't talk good, but we read real
Well,
well.
we read real good.
Okay, okay. Well, on
Ugh,
that note, thank you guys for listening to this episode. Please like, share, subscribe. We're pretty much everywhere.
yeah.
So thank you again. Bye.
Bye.